Akshay Dongre joins us for more from New Delhi. Good morning, Akshay. What is the latest that we are tracking on the attacks? Because we are seeing the constant remarks that the US is currently making.
Political and diplomatic statement as far as these attacks by Israel are concerned. First of all, they have said that this attack is unilateral, which means that US is not taking any kind of accountability for the attack. Second, it says that as far as the US soldiers and other personnel are deployed in the region, they should not be harmed. They should not be attacked by Iran in any way in any manner there as far as the deployment is there, because in that case US gets the right to retaliate. Again, US has also cautioned Iran of coming back to the discussion table and has said that it was apprised that Israel is going to attack the Iranian facilities as well as the military leadership. So it had an approval from the US, but US was not involved. And in any case of retaliation, when the US troop deployment there is in such high numbers, any kind of attack, any kind of damage to any US personnel or any kind of equipment will result in US taking sides of Israel, stating that we had already warned you that do not target us. Now that you are targeting us, we will be hitting you back. So it's a situation where Iran is now not only being forced by Israel as far as the conflict is concerned, but also pressurized by the US to return to the discussion table. However, the reports that are coming in are indicating that this can in fact invite retaliation from Iran. But whether it is going to be the similar kind of retaliation that Iran has already done in the past by launching several rockets at Israel, which were later on neutralized by the air defense system, that remains to be seen, because this has become a modus operandi. Iran launches attack at Israel, but they are all foiled, and then both sides claim victory. So if that happens, it's a good news for the region, but if not, this can have larger ramifications not only for the West Asian countries but for the entire world.
It's an official statement which has come from India. Let us show our viewers the official statement that has come from India. The statement says, and I quote the statement here, this is the official statement of India on the current situation. We are deeply concerned at the recent developments between Iran and Israel. We are closely monitoring the evolving situation, including reports related to attack on nuclear sites. India urges both the sides to avoid any escalatory steps. Existing channels of dialogue and diplomacy should be utilized to work towards a de-escalation of the situation and resolving underlying issues. India enjoys close and friendly relations with both the countries and stands ready to extend all possible support. A mission in both the countries are in contact with the Indian community. All Indian nationals in the region are advised to exercise caution, stay safe and follow local security advisory, unquote. This is the official statement of India on the current situation. Going back to Akshay Dongre. Akshay, we remember the time when Prime Minister Narendra Modi has always been emphasizing on dialogue and diplomacy whenever such a crisis takes place.
Deepika, can you repeat that question, please?
Yeah, Akshay, coming back to you again, we just read the statement of India on the current Israel situation, and this also reminds us of the day when Prime Minister Narendra Modi always constantly keeps emphasizing on dialogue and diplomacy, and the statement also resonates the same, that both the countries are in good terms with India and we really want peace. However, an advisory has also been issued. How do you see this current statement of India regarding the unfolding event there?
Well, as far as India's position is concerned, yes, India has always called for diplomacy and dialogue. And while the exchanges have started between the two countries, India will again, as far as PM's vision is concerned, we need a stable neighborhood. We need a stable region right next to us in the West Asia. That region is a major source of oil and other kind of fossil fuels are concerned. So we would want to have a peace in the region, but if everything goes out, all out between the two countries, India will have to be very, very cautious given the recent clashes with Pakistan. But also India will have to ensure that as far as all the supplies are concerned, they are reaching the country. And when it comes to the tensions in the region, India has reiterated again and again that conversation and dialogue and diplomacy is the way and not war. So we are likely to stick to that very position.
All right. Thank you so much, Akshay, for joining us and bringing us the latest on this current situation.